Hello, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I am back here with Super Mega Baseball 2. And our custom season, where we're playing as the Milwaukee Brewers. And we're off to an 0-4 start, which isn't so good. And we are going to be facing up against Team MAGA. Their starting pitcher looks like it's going to be Ivanka Trump, with notable players Donald Trump, Lindsey Graham, and Mike Pence. So this should truly be a pretty presidential game going forward. 0-4, going up against one of the hottest teams in the league that's 3-0. It's going to be definitely a hard game. In fact, I might just turn it down to 1 point. 1 ego point. I'm going to go down 1 ego point since we are yet to win a game. And we'll stick with the lineup. Lineup looks good. And it looks like this is going to be at the Motor Yard, so this is a home game. Yeah, can we take on Team MAGA? Will we stand a chance? Well, we'll find out soon. Looks like straight away up to bat, we're going to be facing Lindsey Graham, Matt Getz, and Martha McSally.
Number 22, the left fielder.
And the first pitch has been fouled away. That's considered strike one. After an error made by the third baseman, Lindsey Graham gets aboard. Matt gets a hold of that, but it looks like it's going to be caught out by Rob Deere. And that brings up Martha McSally, batting third in the lineup. She pops it up. It looks like Surhoff is going to be there.
Now batting, number 30.
And now we have Donald Trump up to bat, the second baseman, and he's looking very vigorous at the plate. And he really gets a hold of that. But does it have the juice? No. Yount's there to make the catch, but it was only a foot or two away from going all the way. So after the top of 1, Brewers 0, Team MAGA 0. And Paul Molitor steps up to the plate. And he faces Ivanka Trump, who throws one a little high across the plate. Ball 1 and strike 1. And Molitor manages to get himself on base with a single. And that brings up Dale Swaim. Dale Swaim watches the first one go for a ball. Ball and a strike. And Dale Swaim hits it into the left field gap. Runners at first and second. No outs as the Brewers are starting off strong like they did last game. And we've got Robin Yount at the plate. Okay, 1-1. 1-2. 2-2. And it's fouled away. And right into center field. Yes, the bases are loaded. No outs, and Rob Deere up to the plate.
The left fielder.
Rob Deere watches the ball go high. Too high, 2 balls. And the first strike. What? How was that a strike? 2-2. Oh, Rob Deere hits into a double play, but that does bring one run in. Now Greg Brock, the man who likes to retire innings, is up to bats. And he's wondering how that could possibly be a strike. 1-1. 1-2. And he shouldn't have swung at that. That would have been a ball. And Greg Brock again retires another inning. So after the completion of one, the Milwaukee Brewers are up 1-0. Next up in the lineup, we're going to see Bill Barr.
Number 21, the catcher.
Uh-oh, Bill Barr hits that hard into center field. Yount is not going to make it there. And it's a stand-up double for Bill Barr. No outs, runner on second,
Number 27,
with Kevin McCarthy at the plate. Oops. And Higuera walks McCarthy. There's now runners on first and second with
9, the third base.
Donald Trump Jr. up to the plate. And Donald Trump Jr. advances the runners to second and third while he's thrown out at first base. 1 out with Steve Scalise at bat. Steve Scalise was tagged out on his way to first, and a run comes in. It's all tied up. 2 outs with a runner on third. And Teddy Higuera is facing off against Ivanka Trump, the opposing pitcher. And Teddy gets a strikeout and retires the side, but damage is done. All tied up after the top of the second. MAGA Brewers 1-1. That brings up Glenn Braggs, who's batting .364 for the year.
Right fielder.
Glenn Braggs swings at the first pitch and has himself thrown out by the third baseman.
Now batting,
That brings up Jim Gantner.
the second baseman.
Jim Gantner a little late. Wondering how the hell that was considered a strike. And Jim Gantner lines it to the second baseman, who throws him out.
Now batting.
2 up, 2 down so far at the bottom of the second, with B.J. Surhoff at bat. And B.J. lines out to the shortstop. 3 up, 3 down for the Milwaukee Brewers. We're back to the top of the lineup for Team MAGA, and we'll be seeing Lindsey Graham back at bat.
Now batting, number 22, the left fielder.
All right, full count for Lindsey Graham. And it was hit right into the gap. Lindsey gets aboard with a single.
Now batting,
And brings up Matt Getz
the
again.
first baseman.
And Matt Getz is thrown out at first base. Lindsey Graham
Batting, number 40,
is on second with 1 out. And Martha McSally is back up to the plate. Martha McSally hits it up. Teddy Higuera is calling for it. Whoa! Whoa, what just happened there? Teddy Higuera drops the easy catch.
the second baseman.
And, yeah. Runners at first and second. Higuera needs to Higuera needs to take a little bit of time to ponder how he possibly dropped that pitch. And now he's facing up against Donald Trump. Okay, Donald hits it high, and Gantner manages to field it, coming out from second field, or second base, into right field to make the play. Brings up Bill Barr with 2 outs. And Bill Barr hits it into the gap. With a runner coming home,
Now batting, number 20.
Team MAGA is now in the lead, 2-1. Kevin McCarthy at the plate with 2 outs and runners on first and second. And McCarthy is thrown out to retire the side. It's 2-1 after the top of the third. Still pitching is Ivanka Trupp, and Teddy Higuera is at the plate.
Number 55, the pitcher.
Teddy grounds it to the shortstop, who easily throws him out at first.
Now batting, number 4.
And Paul Molitor steps up to the plate. Paul Molitor watches the first pitch and the second pitch, 2 strikes. And Paulie hits it up to center and manages to get himself aboard with a single. Dale Swaim's at the plate. There's one out and a runner on first. Dale Swaim watches the first pitch go ball. Second one, go ball. Third pitch is another ball. And Dale Swaim's walked. There's now runners at first and second with Robin Yount and one out. And the first pitch is a strike. Robin Yount grabs that one, but he hits into a double play. The side's retired. And Paul Molitor was stranded at third base. So the Brewers, as has been a trend for this year, have out-hit Team MAGA so far, 4 hits to 3, but yet trail 1 run to 2. And Donald Trump Jr. is at the plate again. Donald Trump Jr. hits that high. Gantner's calling for it. Gantner makes the play. First out.
Now batting number 26.
That brings up Steve Scalise. Steve Scalise follows that away. And that was hit into the gap. One out, runner on first.
Now batting number 8.
And Ivanka Trump is at the plate. Ivanka Trump hits that high, and it sails into the sands. Stands, even. Dale Swaim fields that, throws out Ivanka Trump at first.
Now batting.
The runner, however, advances to second base with 2 outs. And Lindsey Graham is back up to the plate. Lindsey Graham fouls that away. Lindsey Graham hits that hard. It's going down the third base line, and it sails foul. It had plenty of legs. If it would have gone straight, it would have been a home run. And Lindsey Graham is struck out with that pitch. Side retired. After the top of 4, the score is 2-1, bringing up Rob Deere.
Now batting number 45, the left fielder.
Rob Deere is out.
Batting number
Diving
9,
play by the first baseman to catch that. That brings up Greg Brock. Greg Brock's wondering how that was considered a strike. Greg Brock is going to try to get to second base off of that error, and he does.
Now batting number
Now Glenn
26,
Braggs
the
is
right
up to the
fielder.
plate. First pitch goes low, ball 1. Two balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Full count. Full count, hit into the center field gap. Runners at first and third. 1 out. And Jim Gantner at the plate.
17, the second baseman.
Jim Gantner smacks it past the second baseman. There's a run coming in.
Now batting
1 out.
number
Runners at first and second.
catcher.
And another run on the board for B.J. Surhoff, who's now at the plate. B.J. Surhoff watches the ball. Watches the second ball. And that was a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Full count. Oh, Surhoff should have left that be. But the runners advance. They're now on second and third with 2 outs, and Teddy Higuera at the plate. Teddy Higuera watches the first pitch. It goes strike. And he falls off the second pitch. Falls off the third pitch. And he lines the fourth pitch to the third baseman to retire the side, stranding 2. But the score is now tied up 2-2 as the top of the 5th comes up. Matt Getz is at the plate.
The first baseman.
What inning are we in? Is there a way to see that? 5th inning. How's Higuera doing? Alright, Tom Troublehorn is came out to the mound to have a talk with Higuera. And whatever he said, Higuera threw it right down the pipe. But that was not good. Mark Getz pulls out a home run off of Teddy Higuera.
Now batting, number 40, the right field.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? Back-to-back home runs. No outs. Martha McSally just hits a homer. Martha McSally, not known for her power hitting, managed to really launch that one. And now Donald Trump is to the plate with no outs. Trump lines out to Gantner, makes the play, gets the first out. What's another home run? The Brewers don't know what happens. Every time the 5th inning comes around, the opposing side just goes nuts on them.
Now back, number 27, the center fielder.
And 2 outs.
Now batting, number 9, the third baseman.
With Donald Trump Jr. at the plate. Glenn Braggs retires the side with that catch, but with 3 home runs given up at the top of the 5th, Team MAGA has taken on a strong lead, 5-2, with the Brewers up to the plate.
Now batting, number 4, the first baseman.
Ball 1. 1-1. Molitor lines that to the third baseman, who easily makes the play.
Now batting, number 27, the short.
Dale Swaim's up to the plate. Dale Swaim lines it to the first baseman, who runs him out.
Now 19.
The Brewers,
The
they're
center
not
field.
sure what they need to do here. How do they get their season going? Yount follows that away. And Yount lines that to the second baseman. It's now 5-2 with 3 up, 3 down in the 5th inning.
Now batting, number 26, the shortstop. Now batting.
All right, Steve Scalise flew to center field, and Robin Yount was there to make the play. We see a pinch hitter coming in. Ivanka Trump is going to be replaced by Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell throws a liner, or hits the line drive to the shortstop, who fields it and throws him out at first base. And that brings up Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham hits it into the gap. He's going for 2. And that's where he's going to stay with a double and 2 outs.
Now batting, number 18.
With Mark
the
Getz at
first
the plate.
baseman.
Mark Getz manages to fly out to the shortstop. And that retires the side. Mitch McConnell is being replaced by Sean Hannity. It looks like that is the deal. Sean Hannity is going to be coming in to pitch. It's 5-2, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, number 45, the left fielder.
Sean Hannity throws his first ball. Rob Deere manages to connect with the second pitch and gets himself a single. Now Greg Brock is up to the plate.
The third baseman.
Greg Brock hits it between the third baseman and the shortstop to get himself a single, advancing this first baseman to second base. Runners on first and second, and Glenn Braggs is at the plate. No outs. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is lined right up the center. Runners at first, second, and third. No outs as the Brewers are rallying in the 6th inning with Jim Gantner at the plate. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. First pitch was right over the, our second pitch was right over the plate. Jim Gantner hits into a double play, it looks like. 1 run does come in, and B.J. Surhoff is now at the plate with 2 outs. B.J. lines that to the second baseman. The side is retired. 1 run coming in, and a runner stranded at third base. Score 5-3, Team MAGA in the top of the 7th.
Now batting, number 40, the right fielder.
Does Tom Troublehorn continue to rely on the arm of Teddy Higuera in the 7th inning?
Now batting, number 30, the second baseman.
No. Troublehorn's going to pull out Higuera.
Now pitching,
Okay.
number 32.
Chuck Krim is coming in. He seems to be a little tense. And Donald Trump hits that foul. Uh-oh. Donald Trump really got a hold of that. And it sails to the wall. And runners are running hard as another run comes in, making the score 6-3. Donald Trump gets a
Number
double.
21, the catcher.
And the player really wished he knew how to
Now batting, number 27.
throw it to
the
certain
center fielder.
bases, but he doesn't. Now Kevin McCarthy's up. And another run is going to come in. It's 7-3
Now batting,
as the
number
Brewers
9, the third
continue to implode. Right, 2 outs. Runner on second. And Steve Scalise is at the plate. Gantner's there to make the play and retire the side. 2 more runs come in that inning. And now the score is 7-3. The Brewers need to remember how to hit the ball.
Now batting.
And that
number
brings up Chuck
33,
Krim at the plate.
pitcher.
Chuck Krim lines that to the shortstop, who easily makes the play 1 out.
Now batting.
Molitor at the plate.
The first baseman.
Molitor straight up the center. Gets aboard with a single. And Dale Swaim is now at the plate.
The shortstop.
Dale Swaim up the center. Runners at first and second. 1 out.
Now batting, number 19.
And Robin
the
Yount
center fielder.
is at the plate. Robin Yount watches the first pitch go a little high. Robin Yount takes the second pitch, drops it into the gap. The player is trying to tell the runner to go home. And 1 run comes in with runners at first and second.
Now batting, number
And Rob Deere
the left
is at the
fielder.
plate. Rob Deere drops it into center field. And the bases are loaded
Now
with
batting,
Greg
number
Brock at the
9,
plate
the third baseman.
and 1 out. Oh, Brock was late on that. 1-1. No, 2 strikes. Okay, Brock is out. Runners advance to second and third, and a run comes in. 2 outs. Bragg's at the plate. First pitch is high, ball 1. 1 strike and 1 ball. 2 balls. It's 2-2. Braggs manages to get that to drop. Another run comes in. Runners at first and third. Jim Gantner at the plate. 2 outs. Sean Hannity is being replaced by Rudy Giuliani. And Giuliani whips a ball in there. 1-1. And Gantner manages to hit a single. We got runners at first and second and a tie ball game here as BJ Surhoff is at the plate with 2 outs. BJ errantly goes after a high pitch. Giuliani's there to make a play on the ball, retiring the side, but the Brewers actually did something that inning. They brought in 4 runs to tie things up, 7-7 at the top of the 8th. It is a ball game once again, folks.
Now batting,
and Rudy Giuliani is at the plate. Two strikes for Giuliani. And Giuliani strikes out. Chuck Krim's feeling pretty pleased with himself out there. And that one's lined to the second baseman who makes the play. Gantner throws to Molitor. And now there's 2 outs in the 8th inning with all tied up at 7. Jim Getz at the plate. He fouls that away. Runner at first. 1 out.
number 40,
and Martha McSally. Martha McSally. What? Martha McSally hits a home run, bringing in 2 runs. Chuck Krim is stunned. The word on the street is Martha McSally doesn't have any power in her arm to hit home runs, and here she's hit 2 today, and may win this game all on her own with Donald Trump at the plate. Donald Trump takes an errant pitch, hits it high. Dale Swaim's there to make the play. 2 runs off of a 2-run homer, 9-7. Maga's in the lead, bottom of the 8th, with Chuck Krim coming to the plate.
now batting,
Chuck Krim seems to be being replaced. Tom Troublehorn wants to bring in the hitting specialist, Cecil Cooper.
now batting, number 15.
And Cecil Cooper is at the plate. Whoa. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cecil Cooper lines that to the second baseman, who makes the play. 1 out with Paul Molitor ups to bats. and 1 out. Ball 1. Ball 2. 2-1. 2-2. Molitor lines that to the shortstop, who makes the play. 2 outs. 1 up, 1 down, or 2 up and 2 down so far in this inning. Dale Swaim is now at the plate. Dale Swaim fouls that away. Dale Swaim watches the ball. 2 strikes. 2 balls. What? What? Dale Swaim was struck out, and that retires the side. We need a pitcher, and Dan Plesac, the closer, is going to come in the 9th inning to try to keep any more damage from happening, with the Brewers down by 2 runs, 9-7.
Now batting, number 21, the catcher.
Bill Barr is at the plate. Bill Barr hits it high. It looks like Robin Yount's calling for it. Yount's made the play. 1 out.
Now batting, number 27.
That brings up Kevin McCarthy. All right. Yount again, calling for it. 2 outs. And Donald Trump Jr. up to plate with 2 outs. And Donald Trump Jr. struck out by Dan Plesac. 3 up, 3 down at the top of the 9th, bringing up the Brewers' last shot to right the ship and maybe pull off a win, with Robin Yount at plate.
Now batting, number 19, the center field.
There's going to be a new pitcher? No. There's a new fielder. Mike Pence is coming in for Bill Barr. Robin Yount hits that up the center, manages to get a board, and maybe showing the Brewers how we need to start this thing in the 9th. Deer's at the plate. Deer watches a ball, and he seems locked in. Oh, he fouls that off. Deer into the center field gap, with runners at first and second. No outs. Is there some life for the Brewers here in the 9th inning? Greg Brock at the plate. First ball's a ball. Yeah. 1-1. And Greg Brock manages to get a hit. The treble horn is saying, get in, go, run. Yeah, players still having problems playing the game. We got runners at first and second. We got a run coming in. Glenn Braggs is up to the plate, and I don't believe there's any outs. No, not a double play. Oh, man, double plays are terrible. 2 outs, 1 run away from tying this up. Jim Gantner at the plate. Jim Gantner drops it into the Brewers have tied it up in the 9th inning. The Brewers have tied tied it up in the 9th inning against Team MAGA, and BJ Surhoff is at the plate with 2 outs. Rudy Giuliani is being replaced, and here comes Dan Crenshaw. And look at that! Look at that! There's life. No, run, you bastard, run! Go all the way! This is for all the marbles. The Brewers do it! They did it! They win! The Brewers get a win! Their first win of the... Yes! Brewers! I can't believe it. The Brewers have won. Oh my God. I'm so thankful. The Brewers have finally won. You just have no idea. The Brewers have won. I'd just like to thank everybody for their support, for their subscription, for watching, for all the support that you've given me here at this YouTube channel to be able to watch this glorious moment where the Brewers finally actually get a victory. God bless you all. All right. Brewers again out hitting their opponents 21-13, but narrowly pulling off a 10-run-to-9 victory at Motor Field. Home field. The home field crowd gets to see the Brewers get their first win of the year. The fans are ecstatic. They're going nuts. It's nothing but a standing ovation all around. And let's see the stats. For the Brewers, Rob Deere batting .500, BJ Surhoff batting .577, and didn't BJ Surhoff bring in the game-winning run? Was it not BJ Surhoff to pull off the magic in this game? I think it was. I'm not sure. I'm getting old. I could be wrong. Bill Barr had a pretty good game for Team MAGA. Let's continue on here to see what happened. Dan Plesac gets the win. The closing pitcher gets the win. Teddy Higuera, the starting pitcher, doesn't get the win. Dan Plesac, who threw like 1 inning, is considered the winner. That's pretty remarkable. Okay, Rudy Giuliani gets the loss. And strikeouts. 4 strikeouts were thrown in the by the committee today. 2 by Higuera, 1 by Krim, and 1 by Plesac. Plesac's ERA being at 0 is pretty amazing. Chuck Krim's just has a horrible ERA, 36. That I'd be pretty embarrassed if I were him. And Teddy Higuera has an ERA of 8, though he has by far pitched probably the most innings of any pitcher for the Brewers so far this year. So, having pitched a lot of innings and still having an ERA of 8 is actually kind of good for a Brewers pitcher. They've given up a lot of runs this year. And Martha McSally is the MVP of the day, hitting 2 home runs, batting in 3 RBIs. Martha McSally was pretty much on fire. Bill Barr with his solid performance, 2 RBIs, a double, 2 runs. You know, he put in a good solid game. And Jim Gander for the Brewers with 3 RBIs. We finally get a win. We won. Yes, a victory. Yes, there was a victory at Motor Field. I'm so happy that there was actually a victory at Motor Field. What a game. You have to admit that was a hell of a game versus Team MAGA. Yeah, let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the simulation to, you know, simulate. Let's see how everybody does here with yeah, the Brewers are still in the bottom of their division. 1 win and 4 losses. Here's Jurassic. Well, Jurassic... No. Jurassic had to go and win, leaving the Brewers all alone in the Central Division. However, the Soul Takers are still winless. How about Vrooms? The Vrooms get their first win, so the Soul Takers, oh, and the Gazelles as well, are now clearly the bottom of the league, with the Brewers and Vrooms stepping ahead of the Gazelles and Soul Takers at the bottom of the pack. The Gobblers managed to pull ahead in the division. They are 5-0. One of the only teams without a loss. They share that distinction with the Team Outback in the National League East. And Jurassic is playing a game. Jurassic seems to be on fire. They're 3-3 now all of a sudden, and they used to be at the bottom of the league with us. Where did that happen? How did that... Oh, Soul Takers. Soul Takers did not get a win. Soul Takers are still winless, 0-6. Gobblers. The Gobblers are going to get a loss. Wow. Outlaw and Gobblers tied for the Central Division, both getting losses. 5-1. And that's where the simulation has taken us. Now, evidently, the Brewers need to play their game versus the Skulls. So, yes, in the next game, the Milwaukee Brewers, who are 1-4, are going to face up against the Skulls, who are 4-1. That should prove to be a very interesting game, as the Skulls are actually in their division. This is a must-win game, because the Brewers, by winning this game, can actually climb up their division while bringing down another member of their division. This is like 2 wins in 1 if they can get a win here. Anyway, yeah. Maybe that slight change to our ego was needed. Maybe going from 18 to 17 ego was just right. But it didn't feel like we played any better or worse than we have been playing the last few games. It just felt like there was a little more luck at the end of the ball game for us than in the past games. Anyway, Bill Wegman will be leading up the pitching staff in the next game, and I'm excited for you all to come back and see the Brewers maybe improve their record. Anyway, thank you for watching. I am James Johnson. Hopefully you're enjoying this content. If so, please smack that like button. And until the next time, all, peace.